He is by far the best prospect in baseball.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
It seems like it's unfair how young and talented he is.
A big league home run, no doubt.
The ball simply sounds different coming off his bat.
He just went deep off the tee, okay? That's not normal. That's off the tee.
It just comes naturally.
Up came Vlad Guerrero, wearing his dad's number 27.
Oh my! Get up, ball! Get up, ball! Right on cue!
All the evaluations you see about him, this kid's going to be a superstar.
Coming soon to a ballpark near you.
Very interesting. Very interesting, the timing of all this, you know? Very interesting. What's going on, guys? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another Major League Baseball recap. We are in for a doozy today because we have some of the biggest news of baseball in the last couple of years. We pretty much have the Bryce Harper of this generation, the Kris Bryant of this generation making his way to the big leagues. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is officially being called up this Friday. We have a bunch of news to talk about today, but again, the biggest story will be Vladimir Guerrero Jr. We have Cody Bellinger in his 12th home run. We have a bunch of other things, but before we get into that, I do want to say this video is powered by Seatgeek. If you guys use my code over there, you get $20 off. So use code Fuzzy. Don't forget, you save some money, whether it's a sporting event or a concert. Code Fuzzy, 20 bucks off. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and start talking about baseball. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is finally getting called up, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think the Blue Jays saw my video and they're probably thinking, oh my gosh, Fuzzy's not on our side anymore. We have no choice now but to call it Vladimir Guerrero Jr. So all you Blue Jays fans out there, make sure you slap a like on this and subscribe because you're welcome. Guys, I'm completely kidding. I don't think that my video was the reason why. I think, honestly, it was just ironic timing. So if anything, I just thought it was a pretty funny twist of events. The fact that I say he's not going to get called up, and then the video says not going to get called up, then he gets called up, so I kind of look stupid. But you know what? It happens. But we've all known that Vladimir Guerrero Jr. has been ready for the big leagues, but the two biggest issues has been his grit. So if you guys don't know what grit is, it's just his kind of motivation to play the game. Apparently, a lot of scouts said that his motor was low. I never saw that. I thought that was just an excuse, but his other thing was defense. So I think he's worked on his defense enough. He's came back from that injury. He's ready to go. In 2018 in AAA, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. had 6 home runs, 16 RBIs with a .336 batting average. If we go to this year, in just 7 games, he had 3 home runs over a .380 batting average. Now, again, this is all in AAA. He's mashing these pitchers. There's no quadruple A. The next step is MLB, and obviously he's ready. So what I want you guys to do in the comment section down below is I want you all to answer this question. Who was the most hyped prospect in the last 15 years? Was it Bryce Harper coming out of CSN in Nevada? Was it Kris Bryant? Because it was the same situation. Kris Bryant was being held in the minors so the Cubs could get more service time and get more contract time. Or is it Vladimir Guerrero Jr.? In my opinion, I think it has to be Bryce Harper. The fact that he was on Sports Illustrated, I think it goes Bryce Harper, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and then Kris Bryant. But either way, these guys are all some of the most highly touted prospects of all time. And in my opinion, I think that Guerrero Jr. is going to put up a .300 batting average. I think he's going to have 25 home runs and 75 RBIs. Yes, I think that he's about to go off. 25 home runs in the next couple, that's going to be tough. But I do think that is doable because this dude, he's known to go on tears. And I just think he's about to take the league by storm, and I could not be more excited. So guys, like I said in the beginning of the video, there's so many other news stories to talk about aside from Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I'm wearing the Astros. It kind of pains me because you guys know I'm an Indians fan, and they swept us last year, but I got to rep every team. You know, I can't be biased. The Astros went off. Cody Bellinger went off. Jose Ramirez went off. So make sure you guys stick around. There's a lot of news. Rhys Hoskins and the New York Mets, I don't think they like each other right now. So a couple days ago, there was a pitch thrown right behind Rhys Hoskins' head, and a lot of people said that it was intentional. Now, in my opinion, I thought it was intentional as well. But then yesterday, there was something that happened that kind of made the story twist on its head. So Rhys Hoskins was going up against that same pitcher, and he hit an absolute bomb. Now, Rhys Hoskins said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and pimp this home run. And then he also had a 34-second walk around the bases. They call it the Trot, and this is really slow. I mean, that's slower than the Bartolo Colon home run. And I love bat flips, but just run around the bases a little bit quicker. Like, what are you doing?
His teammates are anxious to...
That ball's hit well to left field. Going back on it is McNeil. He jumps. It's gone! A 2-run home run for Hoskins, and watch how long it takes him to get around the bases.
Don't get me wrong, I love Rhys Hoskins, I like the Phillies, but the biggest debate was obviously stemming back to a couple days ago, was that pitch intentional? Because we didn't hear from the pitcher. I think his name is Rami. What's his first name? Tyler? Jacob Rami of the Mets. I hope I said his name right. But yesterday, after Rhys Hoskins hit that home run, the New York media actually came after Jacob and asked him a few questions, and he answered them perfectly, which made me kind of change my opinion. I don't think it was intentional.
I'm not really thinking about any of that. I mean, we played a good series. Parky pitched his butt off today. I mean, it was a good series win.
What does kind of go through your mind when he's rounding the bases there? I mean, it seemed like he was making it clear that he wanted to make a point there.
Going through my mind is shouldn't throw one right down the middle to him. That's about it.
I know I've already asked you guys a question to let me know who was more hyped up between Bryce Harper, Chris Bryant, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. But if you guys want to, the second question that I have for you guys is, do you think the pitch behind Rhys Hoskins' head was intentional? And even after listening to that interview, does that change your mind? Does it not? Because honestly, I thought it was intentional. Then I saw the interview and I thought, he's just a nice guy. Maybe he just missed. That's my opinion. Cody Bellinger went off yesterday for his 12th home run of the season. He is currently one behind Christian Yelich, and I think the record for most home runs before May 1st was 14 by A-Rod and Albert Pujols. So both Yelich and Cody Bellinger are trying to get that. But even though he went off, Javier Baez and Jason Hayward, they put the team on their back, and the Cubs, they escaped with a W.
Baez and Javi made him pay.
That ball crunched deep and gone! 3-run homer, Jason Hayward.
Chris Paddock. I got Paddock on my wrist. You guys know that song by Lil Uzi, like New Paddock? Chris Paddock? I'm stupid. Anyways, aside from my horrible jokes, Chris Paddock actually got his first win yesterday. Let me look at the stats. He went 7 innings, only gave up 1 hit, walked only 1 batter, and had 9 strikeouts. It just seems like the Padres have done really well in the last couple years of drafting. We have Fernando Tatis Jr. We have now Chris Paddock. I think Luis Urias is going to be pretty good, but we'll see how he develops. I actually saw him yesterday. That's why I'm wearing this hat. Luis Urias rakes. He rakes in AAA, but then he gets to the MLB, and it's kind of not the same story. Either way, Chris Paddock, take it away, man.
All up because of necessity, right?
Swing and a miss.
What that's like.
Swing and a foul tip for strike 3. The gas. Hello. Swing and a miss, and he comes back to strike out Santana. Swing and a miss.
I finally have some Jose Ramirez highlights. So for all of you guys that drafted Jose Ramirez for your fantasy team, I think he's finally starting to heat up because it's still cold in Cleveland. And when the weather heats up, the Indians heat up as well. So Jose Ramirez came in clutch yesterday with a couple of RBIs. We also saw Jake Bauer come in clutch. The Marlins, they put up a good fight in the series, but unfortunately it was not enough yesterday. Jose, Jake, roll it.
The pitch. Swung on, hammered. Deep right field. There she goes. Gone for Ramirez.
2-1 pitch. He does find the hole on the left side. Cargo around third with the go-ahead run. He will score. 3-2 Cleveland.
Man, there's something about this 2019 Royals team where I think they have a little bit of swag. So I talked about them yesterday, how they might be the fastest team in baseball. I completely forgot Whit Merrifield and the fact that this dude can rake, because we did talk about Adalberto Mondesi, or Raul Mondesi. That's what he goes by on Twitter, but on his official name it's Adalberto. But yesterday he had a home run. Even though he's one of the fastest guys in the league, he also rakes. So I do like the Royals team. I don't think that they're going to win because of their pitching staff, but between Whit Merrifield, Billy Hamilton, Terrence Gore, and Adalberto Mondesi, I mean, these dudes can either rake or run really fast. One of the two, which is a little bit scary.
And Whit pounds it deep to left field. And the Royals take the lead. Ooh, deep left field. Mondesi has hit a 3-run home run. And the Royals lead 8-1.
Man, if you guys live in the East Coast, if you're Yankees fans, you were up until 3 o'clock in the morning watching this game. So the Angels faced off against the Yankees. I think there's way too many highlights that we have to talk about, because it was a 5-0 game, then it was a 5-5 game, then it was a 6-5 game. So I'll go ahead and just show you guys the highlights. So if you didn't watch the game, I'm not going to spoil it. So Yankees versus Angels, CC Sabathia is going for his 3,000th strikeout. I'll spoil that. He doesn't get it.
Simmons pulls one down the left field line.
And he walks the number 9 batter to force in a run. High fly ball. Grounded to short. The throw home in. Line drive, a base hit to right field.
So we saw that CC Sabathia was unable to get his 3,000 strikeout, so he is currently 3 away. He's at 2,997, so he's inching his way there. He's probably going to get in his next start versus the Diamondbacks. But even though Andrelton Simmons had 2 home runs, the Angels still lost, which is unfortunate, and it's even more unfortunate because the Astros, between Carlos Correa and Michael Brantley and Justin Verlander, who was electric, yeah, I don't think they're going to win the division anytime soon.
Now, all good signs early on in this season as Correa sends one deep to right field. Carlos Correa connects off the foul pole. Brantley drives one deep to right field, headed towards the upper deck just below. 2-run shot.
So what I do sometimes is I like to make my script the day before and I just forget about topics. And I completely forgot about this one. Adam Wainwright. When's the last time that you guys have heard that name? His curveball is still one of the best in the game, but his fastball has lost a lot of steam. He's not elite anymore. But yesterday he turned in a vintage Adam Wainwright performance. It almost brought a tear to my eye. Adam Wainwright was one of the best pitchers that we've ever seen. But I know Father Time is undefeated, but yesterday Adam Wainwright, he kind of flashed back to his old self. Oh yeah, and before I show those highlights, Marcell Ozuna is also doing Marcell Ozuna things. This dude might have the best right-handed swing in baseball. Him, Javi Baez, they're amazing.
2 runners on, and the 2-1 pitch. Ozuna out to left. It is gone at the ballpark, and there's a fly ball out to left at the wall. Goodbye into the Brewers bullpen.
Alright guys, so like you've been seeing in the past couple recaps, what I do to end every single video is I like to show the highlights from the games that I did not talk about. We didn't talk about the Diamondbacks game, we didn't talk about the A's game or the Giants game, so we're going to go ahead and just roll those clips. But again, thank you all so much for watching. We're inching our way to 100,000 subscribers. We have Vladimir Guerrero Jr. being called up. There's just so many things happening in baseball right now, so if you do enjoy things like this, make sure you subscribe because I come out with these every single day. And also, I might have a little update for you guys, something pretty crazy coming out tomorrow, so make sure you stick around for that. But thank you for watching. Enjoy the highlights. Peace out.
That's a laser into right that'll get past Puig and go to the wall.
Puig, blunder in the field. This is a veteran move right here. Tanner Roark, first one to greet him at the dugout, telling him to basically keep his head.
Ticket. Pablo Sandoval crushes one to right field. In the blink of an eye, it is gone. Into the second deck, 2 home runs.
Take a bigger lead off first base and had the second baseman sneak in behind him.
Melky Cabrera will watch this one go. Ketel Marte.